So here we have a couple of problems. These are sets which are expressed in the set builder form, and we need to express each of them in the tabular form. The tabular form means we have to list out the individual elements of each of the given set. We'll start with 1. So here in 1, so let's try to first read the given set. So here we have a set that contains the elements x. And what is x? It's defined as x such that x precedes the letter E in the English alphabet, which means that whenever we express the set in the tabular form, we also need to use the braces, like in the case for set builder form. So here, let's talk about the elements, which will be the elements of the set such that it precedes the letter E. Precedes means it's going to come before the letter E. So that means we have the letter A, B, C, and D. So these are the 4 letters that comes before the letter E in the English alphabet, and that's as the given set, which is represented in its tabular form. Okay, let's go to the second one. Let's try to first read the set. So here it's given, it's a set containing the elements x such that x belongs to the set of natural numbers. So x belongs to the set of natural numbers means that x is a natural number, and the property being that x squared must be less than 25. So that means we know that whenever we are given that x belongs to the set of natural number, so the set of natural number, that's defined as the set containing the elements 1, 2, 3, and so on. Now, of all these elements, we only have to pick some special elements, only some particular elements, such that when we square them, that means when we square that x squared, when you take the x squared value, then this value should be less than 25. For instance, let's say when we choose x to be equals to 1, then squaring x squared, squaring x gives us the value 1. Next, if we take x to be equals to 2, then squaring x gives us 4. Then if we take x equals to 3, squaring x gives us 9. When we take x equals to 4, squaring it gives us 16. If we take x equals to 5, squaring it gives us 25. However, we will not be considering the number x equals to 5 because squaring it gives us 25, and the condition is given here that x squared must be 25. That means it's the set containing the elements 1, 2, 3, and 4 such that when we square each of the elements, then their value is going to be less than 25. Okay, so this is the set of as given into expressed in its tabular form. Now coming to the third one. So the third one, here it's given, here it's a set containing x, which is a natural number. It belongs to the set of natural numbers such that x is a prime number and the value of x lies between 10 and 20. So it's a very simple problem. What are the prime numbers that lies between 10 and 20? So those are 11, we have 13, then we have 17 and 19. So these are the 4 elements of the set as given in 3, expressed in its tabular form. These are prime numbers lying between 10 and 20. Okay, now clearly these are natural numbers, so it satisfies the condition that x belongs to the set of natural numbers. Coming to the fourth one, so here we have the set containing the elements x such that x belongs to the set of natural numbers. So that means the elements of this particular set must be a natural number with a condition that it follows x equals to 2 times n, where n is a natural number. So that means whatever values of x we choose, it has to be a natural number, and that's going to be dependent on the value of n. So first we'll have to start with the value of n. So let's say since n belongs to the set of natural number, we'll consider the first natural number, that's n equals to 1. So when we take n equals to 1, we substitute in the equation x equals to 2n, and that's going to give us the value of x. So x will be equals to 2 times 1. So we're replacing the value of n with 1. That means the x value comes out to be 2. And it's clear that it is evident that 2 is a natural number. So that means 2 belongs to the set of natural numbers. So it's going to belong to the set. Then if we choose n equals to 2, then we have x equals to 2 times 2, which will be equals to 4. And 4 also belongs to the set of natural number. So if we take n equals to 3, then x will be equals to 2 times 3, which means it will be 6, and that belongs to the set of natural number as well. Now that means our set in its tabular form will be, we have to list out all the elements of x. We don't consider the elements of n because it's clearly mentioned here that this is a set containing x. Now, the first element came out to be 2, followed by 4, then we have 6, and the remaining terms. Okay, now we go to the final one. So here we have the set containing the elements x with the condition that x belongs to the set of real numbers such that x is greater than x. Now, let's try to understand is what x greater than x means. So let's say since x is a real number, let's consider the real number x equals to 1. Now, is it possible that if we take, so we are going to replace the value of x with 1 such that we get 1 greater than 1. Is it possible that 1 is greater than itself? No. So this is incorrect. So let's take another value for x. Let's take half. Half is a real number. Then if we use the condition that x is greater than x, all we have to do is replace the value of x with 1/2. Then we get 1/2 is greater than 1/2. So this is also incorrect as well. Half can never be greater than half. So that means any values of x that we take, we can even consider irrational numbers. Then we get the case that square root of 2 becomes greater than square root of 2, and that is also a wrong statement. So that means whatever values of x we choose, this is always going to be an incorrect statement because a number cannot be greater than itself. So that means this particular set is not going to give us any value. So this is going to be a null set. A null set is a set that contains no elements. So it can be simply represented by a parenthesis with no elements inside it. There is also another standard way of representing a null set. So that is denoted by the letter phi. So that means this is a set that contains no elements. So there are two ways. We can either use the letter phi, the Greek alphabet phi, or we can use the curly braces without any elements inside it. So this is how we can express each of the following sets in its tabular form.